Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further.
Hi everyone, so today what we're going to look at is multiplying decimals. Now multiplying decimals is very similar to when you're just doing your standard column multiplication method. In fact, it's basically exactly the same thing. You just have to make sure you've lined the decimals up. You can see that in your method over here. Set up your column multiplication method, line up your decimal points, answer as a column multiplication. It's as simple as that for a method. Okay, let's have a look what it looks like. So we've got 3.947. We're multiplying it by 6. We line the decimal points up, which is why I think it's so important, as I always say. So I'll give the decimal its own box. And now what we're going to do is a standard column multiplication. I can write down my 6 times tables if I think it's going to help. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, like that if I need to. But honestly, if you're confident on these multiplications and you're confident on your times tables, you don't need to write your 6 times tables down every time. It's probably not the most efficient method. It's probably not going to save you any time where you might need it saving. So, if you're confident on your times tables, you don't need to write them down. If you're still a bit unsure on your times tables, or you just think, you know what, I find it really helpful to have them there, absolutely, write them down. Okay, so, again, exactly the same as what we would normally do when we're doing a column multiplication. So we'd start off with our ones column. 6 times 7 is going to be 42. 2 goes down, the 4 we carry, okay? So it looks like 42. So the 2 stays in the ones column, the 4 moves into the next column along, so it looks like 42. Then we move on to 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is going to give us 24, and the 4 is going to give us 28. Again, so we can see it looks like 28. 8 goes in the ones, and then the 2 goes into the next column, or the 10s, whichever, okay? 6 times 9 we would then need to do. So 6 times 9 is going to give us 54, and the 2 is going to give us 56. And then 6 times, so we've made sure we've lined the decimals up. 6 times 3 is going to give us 18. 18 add 5 is going to give us 23. Line up the decimals, the answer is 23.682. Okay? 23.682. And again, we can do a sort of eye test, which we like to do to check, does it make sense? 3.947 is very nearly 4, isn't it? We know 4 times 6 is going to give us 24, so our answer is really close to being 24. So it makes sense to us that that would be the answer, and that would be accurate. Okay, let's move on to this next one. 294.3 multiplied by 7. Again, if you're not sure on these times tables, you're only writing down the 7s, you're not writing down your 3s, your 4s, your 9s and your 2s, just the multiples of the number that you're multiplying everything by. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, start off the 5 lots. Okay, so we've got set up your column multiplication method. 294.3. Only difference is the decimal point was in a slightly different place on this question. This had 3 digits after the decimal point. This has 1 digit after the decimal point. Okay, multiplying it by 7. And it's exactly the same as our standard column multiplication, except we make sure we've lined up our decimal points. It's the most important thing we can do with these types of questions. 7 times 3 is going to give us 21. 1 goes in. Carry the 2 over into our next column over here. Then we would do our 7 times 4, which is going to give us 28. 28 add 2 is going to give me 30. 7 times 9 is 63. Add the 3 is going to give me 66. 7 times 2 is 14. Add the 6 is going to give me 20. So my answer would be 2060.1.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in years 3 to 6.